So I saw this post when I was on social media, and I thought it was a wonderful post. Okay. It says, Black love at ages 102 and 98. This Arkansas couple celebrates 84 years of marriage, possibly the longest active marriage in America. It also says Clevis and Arwilda Whiteside have been married for 84 years, and their friends and family could not pass up the chance to celebrate. From 1939 to the present day, 102-year-old Clevis and 98-year-old Arwilda reflected over their years of marriage and crediting God as the reason for their success. Now, of course, when I saw this post, I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. This is something that's magical. What a nice not only that their family made a celebration for them, but that they also posted it out there and shared it to the world so that we'd be able to also join in on this and shower them with love and blessings and also admiration as, this is becoming a thing of the past. People staying together for longer than a couple of years is starting to slowly fade. There's always that comment that people say, our grandparents' love don't exist anymore and all that kind of stuff. And so to see this, you think it would shed light and bring like a bright energy into the space of relationships and these conversations that we have. And as I said, that it's becoming a thing of the past. I'm going to show you why. Okay? I'm going to show you why, because when I went into the comment section, I could not believe what I was reading. Okay? And as you guys are going to see, all of these comments are from women. I'm sure we'll be able to use context clues to figure that out. But the first one says, I know she went through it all with that man. I am not one of them. Blessings, though. And on her comment, she got 894 likes. I need to know, what is it that, when people see healthy, relationships or, relationships that have stand, the test of time, people who have been together, who have leaned on each other, who could rely on one another. Why is it that people automatically assume or deflect or put all of their, the situations that they've been through because you've been cheated on, because you've been through it all with the man who you not with no more, and y'all was only together for about a year or so, and you done been through the ringer with him, knowing the type of man he was before you even got into the relationship, but you want to blame him. Why is it that when you look outside of yourself, you can't fathom that there could actually be peaceful, long-standing, healthy relationships? Why? It's interesting to me because all of the negative comments that I saw in the comment section were from women. So would that not lead me to believe that women are indeed the problem? I think so. Because your gaze and your perception is always tainted to somehow make it seem or believe that there's no way that this man could have stood right by her or could have loved her, they could have grown together and they could have had peace in their relationship. Peace does not mean perfection. But imperfection does not mean going through it all or the worst. And the reason why a lot of women, all 894 people, who liked it, I'm going to assume that they were majority women. The reason why they cannot fathom that is because, as she said in her comment, you're not one of them. As soon as the going gets tough, you're running for the hills. As soon as it looks like there could be any form of conflict, as soon as it's not perfection, you're out of there. Talking about the spark is gone. But this is not the only comment. Okay, let's move forward. The next comment says, she most likely was miserable. Only 14 getting married off instead of being able to be a kid. Now, this is where ignorance comes into play. Because if he is over 100 years old and she is 98 years old, that means that they got, married in the early 1900s. Probably about 1930 or so. In that day and age, in that time, it was normal for people to be 14, 15, getting married. My great-grandmother, I believe when she married my great-grandfather, she was around the age of 16. I think she met him when she was 14. But again, the ignorance. Oh, man, she's only 14. I can't even imagine, being a child. She wouldn't even be able to, just finding fault. Finding fault in something that there's no fault about it. It's a beautiful post. Their family wanted to share it. It should be admirable that one of the, the longest standing relationships that stood the test of time through so many things, especially in America, is a black couple. You would think that there would be so much love and admiration. But this is the reason why women are single. This is the reason why. Because they're always trying to pick and find things. And that's what happens when they get into a relationship with a man. They're always trying to pick and find things. They'll have a relationship with a man who is, standing by them, who maybe admires him, who maybe is a good man, responsible, all of the things. And they're sitting there waiting for the bottom to drop out. Like, oh, I just know he gonna mess up. Oh, if something seems too good to be true, it probably is. So let me make a fake account. I'm gonna tell the truth. I know y'all don't like when I be exposing y'all, but that's what y'all do. Let me make a fake account and try to get him. Try to text him and see what happens. Let me put him in a predicament that he wouldn't naturally be in on his own, but let me place him in one just so I can see what this relationship is made out of. Okay, let me give him my worst attitude I could ever find. And let me see if he can handle it. And the minute that he folds under any of the pressure, oh, you see? Yeah, I'm out because I'm not going to be with nobody who can't deal with this. There's an issue if you are literally finding fault and something that's not, that there's no issue, there's no problem. Is it that you yourself know that you are not capable of maintaining a healthy relationship, and so whenever you get close to it, you run them away because you know that you're not really going to measure up to all the things that you say? Or, I'm a good woman, I'm a good wife, I'm wife material, I'm all these things. Is it that you know that you can't really measure up, and so when the proof is in the pudding, you run for the hills? That's what it seemed like to me. The next comment says, this gives me Color Purple vibes. I think back then, older men married younger women because they wanted someone young and naive to control. And they knew she wasn't going to leave. They also knew she would take care of him when he got old and broke down. Marriages don't last anymore because women not putting up with that BS anymore. Marriages don't last anymore because women have become, with more freedom, with more education, extremely selfish. There is no family center. It is now a woman center. It's not the family first. It's the woman first. Her feelings, her emotions, what she think, what she want, if she's comfortable, if she's not comfortable. And it can change from day to day. But if you don't keep up with it, you're the problem. Am I saying that it's all on the women to blame? No, I'm not. But from what I see, again, all I see in the comment sections of all of these things, all the negativity, is spewed by women. Where I see a lot of men in comment sections about marriages, marriage building, things that they can work on themselves, trying to understand their counterpart. I see a lot of men in these spaces holding down the fort on the family structure. Where the women, they over there looking about, sprinkle, how they could get everything they can from a man financially. How they can bamboozle men. How they could be, old, single, with no children, no husband, this, and make women feel the void within each other as friendships or whatever it is they got going on. Because they're trying to prove that they don't need a man. They're trying to replace the men. We don't have to look too far to see. It's in plain sight. The men are saying, where are the wives? Where's the wife quality? The women are saying, don't shame me. You can't shame me. My body, my choice, my this, my that. Who would want to be a wife? I'd rather sleep with you than actually have you take me serious. That's where I draw the line. You can have my body, sure, but for me to have to listen to you and be under your governing, absolutely not. It's so crazy because, I saw this post and then I saw another post in which a woman was explaining on some kind of show that, the relationship between a woman, an older woman, and a younger man is extremely compatible, right? Now, I don't know the statistics. I don't know nothing about that. I'm sure that it happens. But I do feel like in that space, when it does happen, when an older woman is with a younger man, in my opinion, okay, this is just my opinion, I do feel like it is, women trying to one up a situation. Oh, anything a man could do, I could do better. Oh, older men men could be older than their women. Oh, okay, well, as a woman, I could be older than my man too. Do I think it's for like natural in our nature? I don't believe so. I think it's a put on thing and a competition thing, and I think it's a control mechanism. That's my opinion. Interestingly enough, on the bottom of that post, it was all women saying, oh, well, if man could do it, then what's the problem? If this, if that. You see this relationship of this couple, of them two being together, they are happy. Times and decades have changed and passed. If she wanted to leave him, she could have. If she want to leave him tomorrow at her 98-year-old age, she can. It's so interesting that, women try to say that other women are so intelligent and strong and powerful. And at the same time, you demean them and make it seem like they have, no ability to have good judgment. Oh, I support women supporting women, women are this, women first, women's rights, all of these things. But a woman gets into a relationship and you feel like, oh, I don't know. Blink twice if you need help. Let us come get you, sis. You're the weaker vessel. You can't get out of that situation even if you tried. She's being bamboozled into staying. Which one is it? Are they intelligent? Are they good judge of character? Do they have the ability to decipher if things are good for them or bad for them, or do they not? This woman up in the picture smiling with her husband. And you talking about she was, she with the BS, she bamboozled, hoodwinked into staying, she was naive and she all of these things. You're saying that, he got her when she was young and naive so he could control her. But on the comments of the post with the woman, older woman, younger man, I don't see any women saying that. That it's a control mechanism. I don't see nobody saying that. I'm saying that. But I don't see nobody else saying that. And it's so interesting to me too because, women, we're smarter, we're more intelligent, we mature faster than men. So if you are saying that you mature faster than the men that are your same age, then, woe be to the man who was a couple years younger than you. Because you must feel like you Einstein. Like, you must feel like you have this whole wealth of knowledge that he don't even have a drop of yet. Let's move on. I saw these other two comments. It says, she's a victim. Girly is a victim. Ignorance. And again, they're saying that because of the age gap and how old she was when she got married. Do y'all open history books at all? Do you know anything about your past at all? Do you know anything more than, twerking on the gram or, eating fried chicken, like Popeyes? Like, what do you know? What do you know about your history? Make it make sense to me, because it doesn't. Do you know more than just the lyrics to a couple songs? Where to get a lace wig from? What do you know? Because it's very telling. I love that the comment that said, like, oh, I'm not one of them, or whatever their thing is. And it's so interesting, because a lot of the reasons why marriage is suffering as drastically as it is, yes, we're there's a space where there's a lot of societal norms that are changing. Life is changing. Everything is becoming very different. Times are changing. People's attention spans have completely changed. There's so many things that have a major effect on it. But one of the major things that I feel is that people are so caught up in right now, today. They literally don't know where they come from. They don't know the backstories. They don't know the importance. They don't understand the weight of it. They don't understand, the bond and the strength in unity. They don't get it. Keep letting these songs fool you if you want to. Keep letting these people on TV fool you if you want to. Keep letting these lyrics with these people telling you to leave your man while they got one fool you. It's so sickening. Let's go back to look at who got the bigger smile than she does. A lot of women can't fathom going the long term in a relationship. And the truth is, they are saying all these negative things and spewing all this negativity because at the end of the day, they don't have the tools. They never seen it. They can't fathom. You could really be happy. You could really be married to somebody, one person for a long time. You could really. Say that. Instead of trying to put somebody into this, box of being a victim, say you don't have the tools. Say you don't understand. Say you're not well equipped. Say you're the problem. But y'all don't want to say that? Y'all don't want to say that, though. That'd be too honest. Deflecting is easier. Pointing the blame is easier. Picking out somebody else out the crowd, that's easier. I'd like to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I would love to hear you guys' opinions on this video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you guys in the next one. Love you.